just tired. I tell you, I wish I was not an old man anymore. Dagnabbit. Thought I'd come have a little chat with you. I told Duke, be careful what you wish for, because one day it's going to come true. And he kept wishing he wasn't an old man anymore, so God made him an old woman. Oh, anyway, I wanted to show you guys, I got a set of ink pads for my card making. It's 15 different colors, 15 different pads. I got them for, it was less than $20, and it's called Studio Series ink pad sets. You know, they're not the huge ones, but if I can get them open, I'll show you one. But they're a good start. Oh, that one's still sealed. Hang on. I opened one of them. But, you know, they're like 2" by 3", and there's 15 different colors, and I thought, well, heck, you know, they're a good start, and that'll get me through getting started, and then I can buy better and bigger as I go along. I noticed today that my calla lilies, mine are starting to bloom. I just noticed a big long white bud on mine today. It's fixing to bloom out. It's not really mine. What it is, when my sister's son passed away in 2000, one of our friends sent her a big calla lily, and over the years it's done really well, and all of a sudden it just kind of died off, and all that was left was a little bitty root, and a little bitty plant had one little leaf on it, and she brought it to me, said if I could do anything with it, and I've had it for about 3 years now. She had it since 2001, and then I've had it for 3 years, and she said, I just can't do anything with it. It won't do anything for me. It just keeps dying. So I took it, and now it went from that to a big, tall plant, and this is the second time it's bloomed since I've had it. But one day it's going to be ready to go back to her, and that's the only plant that she had left from his funeral, and she's trying to hang on to it. And it was a huge plant, and then it just all of a sudden died on her, and she was just about heartbroken. But I saved the last piece for her, and you know, I'm glad to do it. But anyway, you know what I learned? I brought all my plants in this year. Well, this year I left them outside. I always bring them in September the 1st, no matter what. Well, this year, September stayed up in the 80s. It was nice. It never got cold at night. It never got below 70 at night in September. So I thought, well, I'll just leave my plants outside for a couple of more weeks since it's so nice. And then I brought them all in. Well, something that I noticed was all the plants that I had in the house already are doing really, really well. And all the ones that I brought in that I had out on the front deck, they all start dying off. They just start looking yellow and awful. And I thought, what did I do? Because they never spent one night in cold air, nothing like that. Will come to find out, I didn't know this, but when the Celsius changes from summer to fall, the chemical reaction is in the air and in the sun. It's not in, I've always thought it was in the soil. And that's how the trees know when the sap and all that starts going down. Well, I finally figured out that the chemical is in the air and in the sun. When the fall Celsius hits, you don't know it. It's in the air and the sun. Any plant that the air and the sun hits at that time during the summer to fall Celsius, it automatically triggers the plant to start going to sleep for the winter. It makes the sap go down. That's how come whenever the wind and the new sun and all that hits trees, the sap starts going down, and that's why the leaves start falling, and it puts the plant to sleep until the spring Celsius. So don't make the mistake I did. Get your plants in on September the 1st, because the fall Celsius starts within that next couple of weeks. And if your plants are outside, even if they get the air or whatever on them, the plant will automatically think that winter's coming on. It's going to start going to sleep. If you have them in the house and that sun, the chemical in that, the sun rays and the wind can't get to them, so they don't know that it's time. That's how come mine's always done really well over the years, except for this year when I left them outside an extra couple of weeks and they got hit by the Celsius change in the wind. And I am fighting hard to keep these things alive. Let me tell you, it's been a booger. But, you know, hopefully I can. My angel wing plant suffered the most. My avocado tree is doing pretty good. All the rest of my plants, I'm fighting really hard to keep them alive. Anything that was in the house that I didn't even take out, they're doing just fine. That's why the calla lily's starting to bloom and is just so big and so green, because I never took it outside all summer because I was always afraid the sun was too hot for it and the wind out there was too hot. So I never took it out. It's just still in place. But anyway, how's you guys' day been going? And I noticed that nobody took me up on the Show Your Shakers challenge of showing your salt and pepper shakers. Nobody doing challenges anymore. It's just kind of weird that everybody's just kind of stopped doing that stuff. Well, everybody's kind of stopped doing a lot of things. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but my last video didn't even go up until after 2 o'clock Central Time. And the reason is because when I put them on in the morning, seems like nobody comes to watch them. It can be on 6 hours and I get maybe 1 view. And if I put them on at noon or after, I'll get maybe 4 or 5. So I've learned that if I put them on after 2 o'clock, then I start getting more views. And then I wondered maybe if it's because more people at home in the evening, or maybe everybody's got something better to do during the day and they're not on YouTube. Whatever. But anyway, the last video I put up, I ended up losing 3 subscribers, which, you know, I'm not going to gripe and go on about it, because over the Christmas holiday, I really did well. I shot up. You know, I was 100 away from 1,000, and a week before Christmas, I shot up past it and almost went 200. And that was a lot, so I'm very proud of that. So, you know, losing 3 or 4, I guess I can't harp about it. But, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, because they are changing so much stuff. I've noticed a few YouTube channels, once again, that they've completely shut down, and I don't know why. And some of my friends were telling me today that you have to be really careful about what you're posting now and everything, because said they have gotten so many warnings that just any time now they're going to be shut down, and they don't even realize what they're putting in there that's, you know, that's wrong. And so it's going to get rough. And I think 2022 is going to be one of our roughest years. I'm telling you, I believe 2022 is going to be rough, really rough. So I'm going to try to buy a full-size tiller this coming spring and try, if I have the money, which I really doubt I will, but I figure if I start saving just a little bit between now and then, I should be able to buy something. I still have my little electric tiller, but man, that thing, it takes a long time to till a full-size garden with that little old thing. So, I mean, it's great for flower beds and small vegetable beds, but to do a full garden, you don't want to be out there trying to do that. So I'm going to try to raise enough money to get a rear time tiller, which I can get a good used one for about $400, and hopefully I can save enough between now and spring to buy a good used tiller. I don't need a new one. I don't care about that. Good used one, as long as it starts and turns, that's all I care. And putting in a full-size garden, because my community's going to have help. I mean, the extra tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, all that stuff, bell peppers that I can grow, you know, that I don't can or whatever freeze for myself, I can take them to the food bank. Because just something in my heart tells me 22 is going to be one of our worst years, and our brothers and sisters are going to have more help this year. And Biden is not going to help us. We're going to have to do it ourselves, because this man is not going to help us. I mean, even at the hospitals now, if you're a white person and you go to the hospital and there's a colored there, a person of color, they have to tell you that they have to take the person of color first. You are last. If 10 people come in and they're all people of color, they have to attend to all of them before you. They don't care if you have to sit there 30 hours. If you are white, 65, and have high blood pressure, there was a couple of other stuff, medical, whatever, I don't remember what it was. You are put at the bottom of the list. Anyone of color has to come before you. Someone can walk across the border, walk straight to the hospital, and if you're sitting there waiting, they will take that person ahead of you because they're colored. I don't know how much more America is going to be able to take before we completely fall. But raising a garden and helping our food banks, helping our neighbors, that's what we can do. We can make sure that we help take care of each other and just leave them out of it. You know, let's take it on ourselves. Anyway, I guess that's enough of me blabbering. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm still alive, and I'm not putting out a whole lot of videos right now because I can't really go anywhere. We're on shutdown again. Very limited places you can go unless you have a vaccine ID that you've been vaccinated and all that, which I'm not getting the vaccine. So, you know, I'm kind of at home all the time. So, you know, and I can't do cooking shows. I can't do any of that because I can't really go and buy the stuff. As long as there's rain and it's cloudy and going on outside, I can't go in and paint the craft room because it won't dry fast enough. And I've still got a few things in there I can't move by myself, so I'm waiting for somebody to be able to come by that can help me move it out of there and move it somewhere else to where I can get in there and start painting. And I don't know if you guys want to see that or not, but maybe I'll set up the camera in there and let you guys watch me start painting, or yeah, I'm sure you're not going to want to see me do the whole thing, but maybe I'll do that and let you guys watch me. And I want to show you guys in the next video, I'm going to show you guys the material that I got to make curtains for that room. And remember, the paint that I picked is called eggshell, which is just a little off bright white. So I want you guys to see the material that I got. I got this material for $2 and enough to make a full set of curtains and full length curtains. And I want you guys to see that. And it's just beautiful material. And I think it's going to look good in there, especially on a hot summer's day. It's going to be really pretty. All right, guys, I guess I better hush up for a little bit and let you guys go. And I will be back doing another video. I'm thinking about doing a video and talking about the past and, you know, things that I went through as a kid and things that my mom and dad and my grandparents told me. If you guys would like to hear stories like that, let me know, and I'll do a video on that. Have a good night, guys.